Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Fitted Hat Fool. I'm the fool, the hats are fitted, and away we go. This is the annual, well, first annual I guess, World Series Spectacular. Why is it a World Series Spectacular? Because I'm wearing a Boston Braves hat. And that's the closest I have to an Atlanta Braves hat. And I'm rooting for the Braves in the World Series. I'm not going to root for the Astros since they have knocked the Yankees out of the playoffs, I don't know, like 3 times in the last 6 years. And I'm not going to blame trash cans and sign stealing. I'm going to blame the Yankees' inability to hit with runners in scoring position. Anyway, all that out of the way, on to the hat. Alright, and as always, bonus footage of my bald head. Now on the front of the hat, we had this Native American fellow wearing the large red headdress there and what have you. And I like Native American imagery, and I know everyone's offended by it lately, and blah blah blah. I don't know, I like the imagery, and that's just that. So the hat is the bill is black, the hat is red. Over here it says Boston Braves 1948. Back there you got the Batterman logo. And then they got the New Era flag. In here 5950, 7 5/8, New Era. And it says Cooperstown Collection, and it's green down there and white there. Now as you notice, it says 1948 Boston Braves on the side. 1948 was not exactly a successful year for the Boston Braves, as they lost the World Series to the Cleveland Indians that year. Soon to be the Cleveland Guardians. So I have a friend of mine, he's a Cleveland Indians fan, and since they've changed their name to Guardians, and he was born in 1958, and the Indians last won a World Series in 1948, the Indians went all the way through his lifetime without winning a World Series, because he's still alive, but the Indians are now the Guardians, so he's never seen the Cleveland Indians win a World Series. Now last night I decided to look up the 1995 World Series on Wikipedia, and it said it was the Cleveland Indians' first appearance in the World Series since 1948. Not so. They were in the 1954 World Series, where they were swept by the New York Giants, now known as the San Francisco Giants. Now I thought I could fix that, but why should I fix that? Is Wikipedia going to pay me to do that? Probably not. And if they do, it probably won't be enough for me to put out the effort to bother fucking fixing it. So someone else can fix it. For all I know, somebody might have fixed it already. This was last night. But, you know, and then in the 1995 World Series, I was rooting for the Indians because I like Chief Wahoo. Get mad at me all you want, I like Chief Wahoo. Now in the 1997 World Series, I was rooting for the Marlins because the Indians knocked the Yankees out of the playoffs that year. And then 6 years later, the Marlins would wind up beating the Yankees in the World Series. What are you going to do? It happens. On paper, the Yankees should have won that World Series going away, but they don't play the World Series on paper. They play it on the field. And the Marlins play better, and that's that. And they were the Florida Marlins, and now they're the Miami Marlins. And now the Cleveland Indians are the Cleveland Guardians. Now, so as I said, I'm rooting for the Braves in the World Series. You know, as long as they don't beat the Yankees to win it, I'm fine with it. And since the Yankees yet again failed to get to the World Series, the Braves don't have to worry about facing the Yankees in the World Series because they blew it against the Red Sox and they're not there. So I hope the Braves win. I think they're going to it. It's just like it's their year, you know. It's kind of like, you know, they caught that lead up against the Dodgers last year, and this year they you know, avenged that loss, and it's like maybe it's just their year, and that's fine. As long as you don't beat a team I'm a fan of, have your year. Go ahead and have your year. They haven't won one since 1995 anyway. That's the only one the Atlanta Braves have won. I think they won one in Boston, one in Milwaukee, and one in Atlanta. That's 3 cities. That's pretty good to go by franchise records. So they didn't do too much winning in either city there. And when they were the Milwaukee Braves, they beat the Yankees in the World Series. That wasn't very nice. But the Yankees got the appropriate revenge a year later, so that's all right. So, you know, I don't know what the ratings are going to be for this year's World Series. I said to my wife last night, I said, I don't know if they'll be the lowest ever, but it might not be, might not get too high ratings, but then again it might, I don't know. I'll watch. I usually watch every year. The only year I didn't watch was 1986 because there was the Mets and the Red Sox. I'm a Yankees fan. What interest would I have in that? None. Then 88 was the Dodgers and A's. I had no interest in that. Didn't watch. 89 I watched. I sort of saw some of it, but the night I tuned in, the first night I tuned in was the night that the earthquake happened, and I didn't know what happened because I was working at a shoe store. And I picked up my paycheck, and then I came home, and I didn't know what happened. No internet back then, gang. It was 1989. And I saw the players walking around the field with their wives. I called my friend up. I said, what the fuck is going on? They having family night at the ballpark? And he said, you jackass, don't you know what happened? No, I just got home from picking up my paycheck and cashing it and wasting money at the mall. And so he filled me in on what happened with the earthquake. And then, oddly enough, 6 months later, I was actually at Candlestick Park on a class trip seeing the Giants versus the Pirates. So who knew that 6 months later I'd wind up being there. And that earthquake, that was terrible. Horrible. So anyway, this, I guess, is my fitted hat full World Series extravaganza, where I am in fact rooting for the Atlanta Braves to beat the Houston Astros. I guess this could have been the Boston Braves versus the Houston Colt 45s. Could have been the Milwaukee Braves versus the Houston Astros. The possibilities are endless. I mean, hell, it could have been the Boston Braves versus the Brooklyn Dodgers in the League Championship Series. But you get these franchises, they relocate, and they're moving around, going here, going there, for this reason or that reason, and what have you. Just keep the Yankees where they are, and I'm a happy man. As long as they win a World Series soon, goddammit. Go Braves, just for now.